I leave the diner at the end of my shift, walking through cars in the lot and heading for the trees. Dinner is in an hour. Mom and Grandma are making a chicken pot pie. They've been wanting to make one ever since we arrived in Waindale. Apparently, my mom used to crave them as a kid and again when she was pregnant with me. I would always hear about Grandma's pot pie, how I must try it and must fall in love. All the women in our family learn this recipe by heart. I wonder what else the women in our family have in common. Dinner is in an hour. Instead of making my way home, I'm weaving through trees like a child running away. I grip my school bag as I rush down a dip in the forest. The sun is starting to fall behind the very tips of the pines, and I consider calling this place Pinedale, or Paindale. My school bag hits the ground as I drop it from my shoulder. I face the forest with more experience than before, knowing just how to drag Adam's behind over here. With plenty of time to rethink our conversation, the one fact that is in bold against the rest is that my feelings are mutual. What would make me run to him in a heartbeat? My eyes gaze up one of the trees as my fears are shoved in the corner of my mind. I pull off my jacket and leave it with my bag before confronting the thing. I used to climb all of the time when I was younger, so maybe the skill is still inside me somewhere. The low branch on this specific tree gets me off to a strong start. I heave myself onto the rough branch and turn until I'm sitting. After wobbling to my feet, I reach for the next branch. An image of my scraped knees is all I see as I continue on, nearly feeling the cuts haunt me. Grandma has the horrific spray in her medicine cabinet. My tumble on the beach brought me face to face with it once again. I glance at the forest floor and feel my body clench up. I would need more than antibacterial spray to fix me from a fall like this. Wind tosses my hair in front of my face and my jeans rub against the tree bark. With my arms wrapped around the trunk, I contemplate the possibility of the tree toppling over. I'm stuck. Good. This is what I wanted. If Adam were in trouble, I couldn't help but run to him. Somehow he knows where I am. Somehow we're connected mentally and physically, so maybe if I focus on how terrified I am of slipping, plummeting, and shattering, he'll get the message. Should I scream his name? A large gust of wind throws me off balance and has me clawing at the bark. My limbs cling to the tree like a proper animal, and I wonder if I just might shift. This idea doesn't seem as solid anymore. How successful can I be if I actually fall? Sounds of struggle and terror flee from my throat. My school bag looks like it's getting smaller and smaller. Dinner is in less than an hour, and Adam, I feel him. He's here. Adam, I'm here. I'm here. For some reason, I expect a large black wolf to appear, but instead, handsome Adam walks from the brush and my mind turns to mush. I tighten my hold around the trunk and stare down at him. His dark eyes peer up at me as his arms cross. Eve has been caught trying to steal the forbidden fruit, and he's ready to point fingers. You came, I call down, ignoring my idiotic appearance. I thought this might work. Can you read my mind? How did you know? You want me to help you down? He somewhat asks. It's obvious what I've done, but I can't tell if he's upset. I didn't mean to take you from your duties, or, well, I guess I did. Sorry. We really have to talk. My eyes focus too long on his arms as I wait for a response. I wonder what they would feel like wrapped around me. I bet he can lift really heavy things. I bet he can get me out of this tree in no time. You want to stay up in the tree while you say your piece? He questions. If I wasn't biologically engineered to love the sound of his voice, I may just say something smart back. Okay, I'll come down. I look to the branch below me and wonder how the heck I can get to it. Do you need help, Wrenley? As I shakily lower to my butt, I mutter, I don't know. I swing one leg to the other side of the branch and face the truck with uncertainty. I think I can. 1 second. He sighs. All right, I'm coming. My heart jerks in my chest. I look over my shoulder and watch as he effortlessly climbs from the first branch to the second. Turn onto your stomach, he instructs while standing up on the third. He holds onto my branch as I attempt to get both legs on the same side. My body tilts too far forward and I immediately halt. I can't balance. My voice is quick. Oh God, I'm stuck. I'm really stuck. Try again. I'll hold your leg. You won't fall. Adam suddenly grabs onto me and all air escapes my lungs. It's like I can feel him through my clothes. I lean forward and bring up my other leg. His grip tightens, and my mind runs wild. My foot nearly collides with his head, but I manage to get on my stomach, my muscles starting to ache. "Now step down," Adam tells me. As I lower my body down, his arm comes around my waist. My feet barely find the branch. "There you go." I hold on to the branch above as he is. We come face to face, and I'm sure mine is as red as a rose. Thanks," I mumble. He helps me down the rest of the way, and eventually my shoes touch the wonderful, wet, spongy ground of Waindale. I take a deep breath, and another and another. Adam looks like he can climb 100 more. "Now, what made you do that?" he asks. As I pick up my school bag and jacket, I say, "We have to undo the bond." His jaw clenches. "Did you talk to Vivian about this? Did she explain anything?" I didn't know what to ask. You could have at least told me about the whole alpha thing, though. If we unmade each other, it wouldn't matter. That's not important right now. I look directly in his eyes. "What is important? That we just break the bond? That you figure out how you want to do it? I know you told me to wait, but I can't. My mom wants to take me to a doctor and I—" "Why?" he interrupts. "Why are you seeing a doctor?" "She's worried about me not sleeping. She thinks it's because of some underlying issue, and it's not like I can tell her the real reason. Well, it's not like I even know the real reason. I need a conclusion to be drawn." Unmating isn't as easy as you're assuming. There's no way to have a clean break. It's something that's worn down over time after staying far away from one another, he explains. While it's not what I was hoping to hear, I'm glad he's educating me on the situation. "So what are you saying?" Adam runs a hand through his hair, really trying to decide whether he should speak or not. I hold myself, expecting something painful. "Now that you know about my situation, someone in my position should have their mate. An alpha's mate plays a large role." "I know, the Luna. There's supposed to be one." He looks down at me, a little defeated. "Look, we can stay away from each other. We can try and unmate, and maybe you can get a new mate." "It's a one-time deal," he says, his voice lower. Guilt overcomes me. "I'm sorry. You're going to be an alpha, and I ruined it. I took your one opportunity at having a mate. There's no way around it? There's nothing to do about it?" Adam's eyes stay on me. He watches me, as if I'm suddenly going to have an answer. There's regret behind his expression, and I feel like I'm missing something. "What is it?" I ask. "Wrenley, I know all of this is foreign to you, and I don't expect you to fully understand where I'm coming from at the moment," Adam starts. "I've tried to make this easy for you, to find you a way out. The last thing I want is to sound forceful. I don't want this to seem like a trap." My lip quivers. Dinner is probably on the table. Grandma and my mom are probably worrying about me, wondering why I'm not back from work yet. "I have homework, English, reading. What chapters again?" "Oh God, what were the chapters?" I should have written them down. I know I should have, but I was too lazy. If I just took the time to use my planner, maybe I wouldn't have such problems. "Wrenley." I look up at Adam, my hands shaking under my jacket as I hold it to my unsettled stomach. It sounds like you? Are you suggesting that we don't do anything about it?" "I don't know what this is like for you. On top of everything else, it's a lot to comprehend, but I have to go," I blurt. "I just have to go." Adam steps toward me as I move back. Before he can say anything more than my name, I run off through the trees. For once, I am the one escaping him, but I don't feel in control. I'm anything but in control. My mother's persistent knocking sounds against my bedroom door. "Are you dressed? They'll be here any minute," she calls from the other side. I lay on my bed, dressed on the top but not the bottom. It took me a while to pick the top and put it on and crash into my blankets. Doing the same with pants seems like a lot. Getting up and walking to my closet feels as if it might drain the last bit of my energy. If I tumble to my butt, I may just lay on the floor and stare at the wall for the rest of the night. The blank section of wall displayed by my bed has gotten old. "Almost," I managed to yell. I called in sick to work. I wish I could call in sick to dinner. Vivian has been chatting about this dinner all week while I've been contemplating my future and existence. I wanted to tell her so many times what Adam said to me Tuesday, but none of them felt right. It feels as if I'm keeping this giant, encumbering secret. Not being able to seek help from my mother is the absolute worst of all. Before Waindale, we were so close. I don't know where we stand now. Wren, they're here. Rolling onto my back, I stare up at the ceiling. It takes me a few seconds before I'm rushing to my closet and tugging on my jeans that lay in a heap on the floor. I leave my bedroom with tousled hair and spot Vivian at the end of the hall. She's standing with a man and woman, smiling as usual. Her eyes dart to me as my footsteps grow near. Wrenley, she reels me in and holds me beside her. I attempt to smile and look to our guests. My mother steps away from a long embrace with who I am guessing is Tolly Smith. It's so good to see you, Tolly. It's really been too long, my mother takes in a breath. And this is my husband, Tom. The woman brings forward the man, and Vivian watches them proudly. My mother gives the man, Tom, a hug as well. And of course our daughter, Vivian. It's such a coincidence that the girls have become such good friends. It was really meant to be, my mom says and glances at me to make sure I'm wearing pants. She always manages to pick up on my moods. I'm so grateful that Wren and Vivian are getting on so well. I was a little worried about moving back home and having her struggle to make friends. All right, Mom, I mumble. I should have known that a Smith would come to her rescue, right? I mean, that's how we became friends way back when. We'll have to tell you girls the story. My mother gives a suggestive look, and the two of them can't help but chuckle. Come on, my mom is just getting dressed. She's so excited to see you. When the group moves on to the kitchen, I stay put and anchor Vivian back. We really have to talk, I say quietly, aware of the other's proximity. Right now? But your grandma. Now, I press and lead her down the hall. What is it, Wrenley? What happened? I pull her into my room and close the door behind us. With my back against it, I face Vivian, and she stands with her arms crossed. Something happened. I got that far. With Adam, I add on and her ears perk up. You saw him again? Where? When? What did he say? My face falls. It happened a few days ago. A few days? How many days? Why didn't you tell me? I hold my gaze on her and she settles down. You can tell me. I won't say anything to anyone, I promise. Okay, well, I needed to talk to him. I couldn't wait any longer for him to make up his mind, so I went out in the forest and managed to get him to come to me. I asked about us unmating and oh God, I can't even say it. Say it. What did he do? I shake my head. Just thinking about it makes my throat close up. I can't even breathe. Vivian grabs onto me, nearly shaking me. Say it, Wrenley. Say it so I can be right. He maybe, he brought up the possibility of us not, well, Wrenley. He said that maybe we shouldn't unmate each other. I spill and feel all air drain from my body. Adam brought up the possibility and I just ran away. With wide eyes, her grip on me tightens. You ran? I nod. You didn't even say anything. I said that I have to go. Vivian releases me and brings her hands to her head. Why would you do that? Oh my gosh, I was right. I knew I'd be right. I told everyone that you two would be together and they all gave me weird looks. They all said that he would never, but he did. He wants to be with you. I sink against the door and sit in my puddle of dismay. Bringing my knees to my chest, I mutter, be together, we can't. Huh? Why not? I'm not one of you. This isn't my world. I don't belong in it. Vivian rolls her eyes. Stop it. It's not like you're the only human to ever have a mate. It's not completely unheard of. Really? A human mated to an alpha? Well, sure, maybe it's a little unheard of, but don't let that discourage you, she says and sits next to me. It may not be the world you grew up in, but it's definitely welcoming you with open arms. I mean, you have all of us in Adam. It's not like you're alone in this. I sigh. And I'm grateful for your help, but I can't just have a mate. I can't be mated to someone I hardly know. That's usually how it is for all of us. But tell me, what should I expect? What am I supposed to expect from being mated to him? Vivian looks forward. Look, Wrenley, I won't lie to you. You're going to fall in love with him and do all the things people in love do, on top of things werewolves do. It's a lot. I'm going to fall in love with him? We both stare across the room. Yeah, she says. So, Adam is supposed to fall in love with me too, then? Vivian nods. I know what people in love do, I murmur, feeling my insides flip. I guess I'll have to learn everything that werewolves do. Is that a yes? Her eyes spring to me. I don't know. It's a let's see what happens. When will you see him next? I shrug. We didn't really make plans. I just ran off, remember? You should meet. You need to talk things through, she tells herself more than me. I'll set something up. I'll set up a meeting between you two. I don't know if I'm ready to see him. You'll have a few days. Think over everything. Think about any questions you might have. You two can meet at my house or something. I'll step out so you can be alone, and I won't come back till you're done. I wear my unease like makeup. She slings her arm around my shoulder. Trust me, Wren. No more running away from each other. I look at her and smile a little. Just as my heart calms in my chest, an abrupt knocking shakes the door and sends us shooting forward. Girls! Dinner's ready! After my shift, I walk down to the water, not wanting to go home just yet. I take the familiar path along the small shops and past the native one that caught my eye before. In the window is that same carving of a wolf. My hand comes up to the glass and runs gently along as if I am running my fingers through its fur. The haunting sensation of Adam returns, and I close my eyes for a moment. When they open, I find myself entering the shop. It's dimly lit and warm inside. Paintings hang on the walls with lights aimed down at them. Shelves stocked with wood carvings and other spiritual figures stand in the middle of the room, breaking it up. My eyes hop from one thing to the next, attempting to take it all in. It's not until I notice a large painting on the back wall that my mind goes blank. My feet take me to it unconsciously. A counter stands in my way, but my palms rest against it as I nearly lean towards it. The painting is of a woman with long dark hair. Stars dance around her in bright clusters as she holds a yellow, full moon in her hands. Goddess of the moon, a voice sounds from behind. I glance back and watch as a woman makes her way toward me. Her eyes take in the painting as mine were. She looks up at it with pride. My mother painted it, she says, before she passed. It's beautiful, I say and peer back to it. The goddess of the moon? Yes, an old goddess. There are many different kinds, but to my mother, to my family, there was only one. I bite my cheek. Is she one of them? What does she represent, I ask. Enlightenment, eternity, and to my family, she bonds us together with love. She represents the strength we have. She gives us the power to feel and care and love one another. Turning to the woman, I say, I've been bonded to someone. I'm not like him, and I don't know him very well. Could she help me? The woman nods slowly and walks behind the counter. She bends down and shuffles things I can't see. She comes back up with a necklace in her hand. She sets it on the counter and slides it over to me. On a black cord is a small carving of a woman. Her arms reach up and wrap around the cord as a moon rests in her center. Keep her with you, the woman says. A gift. I pick up the necklace and study the carving. Securing it around my neck, I look to her. She loves her children and those who love her children. Keep her with you and hear her wisdom. I nod and hold the pendant against my chest. I will. Thank you. I know. I'll be back by dinner. I quickly pull on my jacket and shrug my backpack up my shoulders. Grandma comes into the front room with an umbrella and hands it to me. Thanks. I smile and take it. Always forgetting. Been here a month, and how many times has it been? Caught in the rain maybe 10? 15 times? My brows furrow. No way. No more than 10. All right. Remember to say goodbye to your mother. Out on the porch, I double-check and Grandma nods. I find my mom with a blanket tossed over her shoulders and her laptop on her lap, the screen and its many colors nearly religious at this point. The door closes behind me. She doesn't even notice. Amused, I make my way over. Hello, Mom? Her eyes flash up at me, then return down. Not now, kid. I love you, but not right now. I'm so close, so incredibly close, and... Okay, I'm off to school. I'll be back before dinner. She blows me a kiss, her head unmoving. I roll my eyes and fan her shooing kiss from the air. It's been like this the past few days. She's almost done her novel. I remember such behavior from the last time she was finishing up a self-proclaimed masterpiece, but Grandma is new to it. Last night at dinner, Mom had a sudden spark and needed to type it out immediately. Grandma wasn't impressed by Mom's full dinner plate being shoved aside to accommodate her second child of a laptop computer. Although I act bothered, my mother's silliness has been a godsend. All of the drama between Adam and I and Vivian and I and the group and Adam, well, it's confusing, and I couldn't keep up anymore. Vivian's offer to get Adam and I together for a much-needed conversation still stands, and I'm sure it's due this weekend, but I don't feel ready to face him. There's this desire inside me to uncover more about Waindale and the werewolves and Adam. Vivian is always there to answer my questions, but I want to hear about it from someone else. I wish I could ask Adam, but the last time I flung questions his way, he was caught off guard by them. After school, I make my way to the Waindale library with directions from Grandma. It isn't far from the high school, like most things, and I find myself at the eclectic place just as the sky turns wet. The glass doors give in against my weight, and I wander into the cozy room, up to a barren counter. Hello, I call out softly. My eyes detour around the library as I wait, seeing only an older woman sat at a table with a few books splayed out. Large bookshelves stand in rows behind her. Eventually, a man emerges from a back room and is surprised by the sight of me. "Oh, hello there. Have you been there long?" No, not long. I'm new to town. Could I set up a library card, or?" After establishing myself at this library and taking a crisp new library card with my name on it from the man, I ask where I might find information about the town's history. He points me to a back corner. Back corners happen to be my favorite. There aren't many books on Waindale, 3 or 4 at most. I pick up one and skim through, but the majority of its contents are too focused around city planning. I grab another, and it covers all towns in Washington. Waindale has a page. Where its fun facts are supposed to be is only a single scrawny sentence. Waindale, the town saved by wolves. My lips part, my heart speeds up, and I read the sentence over again. That can't be it. Saved by wolves? What does that mean? Did the author feel no need to explain? Quickly, I take another book from the shelf. It's small and thin and is claimed to be written by a Waindale native. A leather chair is set up with a lamp in this unloved corner, so I take up residence and start on page 1. The chapter title reads, Waindale, Washington. Founded in 1913. The first residents were trappers and a family that owned a dairy herd. The family had issues with cows being slaughtered and eventually left town. Due to the wildlife problems, not many people found Waindale to be a homey place, a place to set up a farm or business. My fingers grip the pages harder. Finally, what I've been looking for. Skipping further ahead, I perk up at the mention of wolves. A large pack of wolves camped in the surrounding forest, and when they finally seemed to die off, people returned to town. They set up a post office, timber yards, fishing boats set sail, and Waindale Academy was founded in 1920. Wealthy people from Waindale and surrounding towns sent their children to school there. Eventually, the wolves came back, subtly. A cow now and then went missing. A hunter spotted one in the forest 2 or 3 times, but they posed no immediate threat. Skipping further ahead, the chapter titled Wolves Attack steals my attention completely. My phone vibrates in my pocket. I'm late for dinner. I check out the book and keep it safe from the rain in my backpack as I hurry home. That night, after Grandma has gone to bed, and as my mom stays up to finish her novel in the living room, I curl up in bed with my book. Just as I open to the chapter, my phone lights up. It's Vivian. "Adam can come tomorrow. You have to. I'm thinking around noon." My stomach drops. "I don't know." I text back. "If I'm ready to." She answers. "You said you would. Wrenley. Not to pressure you, but you're getting your ass over here." I toss my phone to the side and turn back to the book only to no longer find interest. I close the book and set it on my nightstand. My anxiety has crept up and left a bad taste in my mouth. Every time I see Adam, something terrible happens to me. I'm embarrassed, caught off guard. My eyes wander to the window. He isn't there. I miss the days when he was. I wanted to hear his voice so badly back then. I was too focused on hearing the sound of it rather than possible words. I fall asleep without answering Vivian. In the morning, I wake as my mother lightly taps at my shoulder. The sight of her confuses me. I sit up and swipe hairs from my face. "Mom, what is it?" She never does this. She knows sleep has been precious to me these days. "Vivian is here. She said it's urgent." My mother explains apologetically. "I told her you're sleeping, but she's a little relentless, like her mother." As my mom reminisces in her head about her high school days with Tolly, I achingly get up and hobble to the front room. Grandma is there, handing a sitting Vivian a glass of juice. Vivian's eyes harden at the sight of me. Good morning, Grandma, I say. You know it's almost 11, right? Vivian asks. I haven't had the best sleep schedule, as you know. I know I didn't text back, but isn't waking me up a little extensive? Vivian smiles to my grandma. Can we talk in your room, Wrenley? She leads the way and closes my bedroom door behind us. Vivian, No, Wrenley. No, I'm sorry, but I'm done putting myself on the line. I know you don't know much about packs and how everything works, but I can't just order Adam around. Revealing myself, letting you in, setting up a meeting, none of it is my place to do. I'm taking risks, and you don't seem to care. My shoulders sink. I'm sorry. I don't want you to put yourself on the line for me. I don't want you to get into trouble, really. Vivian sighs. Then why are you making this so hard? I mean, you're mates. I don't understand why it's so hard to get you two together. You know it's because I'm human. Adam and I aren't supposed to be mated in the first place. So? She questions, more emotional about the whole thing than I previously thought. The moon goddess mated you two for a reason. She doesn't care that you're a human. She just knew that you and Adam are supposed to be together. I thought you were starting to understand. Sitting on the end of my bed, I glance out the window as she stands before me. I thought I could build up the courage. Courage? It's just Adam. You've talked before. I know, I say, looking to her. But to me, he isn't just Adam. He's like my soulmate. You aren't supposed to know someone is your soulmate before you get to know them. It's a realization that comes with time. But apparently for you guys, there's no need to waste time at all, huh? Just give him a chance. He'll have everyone on his back about you, and he's still willing to give you one. He wants to know you, Wrenley. We only get one mate, and I know Adam wouldn't just throw that opportunity away. You don't know each other now, sure, but he would really like to if you let him. Why can't he tell me all this? I ask. Adam is an alpha, but when you're around, well, he's worried. He doesn't want to do anything to scare you off. Just give him time and he'll be the one telling you all this, I promise. I take a breath and watch her face become more and more pleading. Okay, I'll come. Okay, good. All you have to do is get ready immediately because we're running low on time. What, really? Vivian hurries me up and into the bathroom. My heart begins to race as reality sets in. I'm going to see him now, not a week or a day, but now. The sidewalk is coated with leaves as the trees that line it grow bare. Vivian stays a step ahead of me, then two, then three. The thought of seeing him again is distracting my feet. Hell, my entire body is in a confused state, not knowing what to do anymore. Whenever I was in trouble, I would fidget with my hands. They were uncontrollable and awkward, no longer attached to my body. That same feeling is returning, but this time the only part of myself that I feel connected to is my head. Vivian glances back at me. Come on, she says, crossing the street. I catch up and walk alongside her. What are we going to talk about? I ask. The need to prepare is growing inside of me. Whatever you feel the need to talk about. Do you know what he's going to say? Vivian shakes her head. He can be a bit of a closed book sometimes. I doubt he would share his thoughts with me if I asked, especially if it was about you. Ah, are we almost there? She points to a dark blue house at the end of the street. That's mine. He's there, I say. You know? I nod with a furrowed brow. Sucking in a smooth breath, I try to calm my heart and find a spontaneous burst of confidence from deep within me. We walk through the grass into her front door. My parents aren't home, Vivian preps me, so you're all alone. I'll be out here if you need anything. I'm going in by myself? Go on, he knows you're here. I take one last breath before entering the house. His scent pools around me and welcomes me in immediately. 3 steps from the door is a large archway. I take them and peer into the open room beyond. Adam is standing in front of a couch as if he's been switching between sitting and standing, or maybe that's just me trying to humanize him. He promptly turns to me. I stand in the archway with my hands clasped together. The last time we spoke was when I ran off from the forest, after I made him rescue me from a very scary tree. It wasn't the best way to repay him for putting up with my silly plan. The last time I saw him, he threw out the idea of not trying to unmate. Hi, I say. Wrenley, he acknowledges. I wasn't sure that you'd come. Last time we spoke. I ran away. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It was rude after you helped me down from the tree. I was just a little overwhelmed, I guess. The sudden desire to be more transparent overcomes me, and I continue. Honestly, I don't know what to do. I thought time would let me figure things out, but I didn't get anywhere. Maybe I should have talked things through with you to begin with. I understand, he says, settling my nerves. It was a lot to throw at you at once. I suppose I've been dulled to the idea of being overwhelmed. I enter the room properly, leaving the archway. The living chair in front of the couch is prime real estate, and I take my seat. Adam sits down on the sofa. The only thing separating us is a sturdy coffee table with a sandalwood-scented candle sitting on top of a stack of large picture books. For a moment, I imagine the candle being lit. It's time we talk things through, Adam starts. I want to know more. Adam's face questions me a little. His brows move closer as his body tilts forward. His elbows rest on top of his knees. More? About your kind, I guess. About the pack, about the goddess of the moon. Who told you about the moon goddess? He asks, curious. Well, first a woman that has a store down on the water. She gave me a necklace with a symbol for the moon goddess on it. She said it would help me. Adam nods a bit. And I'll need to know more about you for obvious reasons, I add on. Adam watches me for a moment, making my hands act up. Finally, he speaks. You'll have to attend the academy. What? You'll have to transfer from Waindale High School. Vivian and Imogen and Eli will transfer back as well. They will still be around to help you. Transfer back? I question. They were attending Waindale Academy. All pack members do. But when you arrived, I sent them to the high school to look after you, he explains. Right? Vivian never mentioned that she went to the academy. And how am I supposed to explain that to my family? I don't think I can just change schools. My mom does not like the academy students. One of his brows gently rises. For reasons when she went to Waindale High, but that's not important. What's important is that I can't switch without an explanation. It will be taken care of. Nothing that will raise many questions, he assures me. I have to switch? I ask, just to make sure. Adam's gaze travels the room. I would prefer that you did. When? Well, I suppose as soon as possible. I'll arrange it. I lean back in my chair. How many people are in the pack? All of them go to Waindale Academy? About 1/10 of the town. They attend the academy because everyone who goes there knows about us. Students and teachers are either one of us or in alliance. I sit up and scoot to the edge of the seat. Really? Other humans know? Adam nods. Most of those we consider in alliance are founding families of Waindale. They've been here for generations as we have. Why don't they tell anyone? How can you trust them? We protect them, he says simply. My thoughts connect his words with what I read yesterday in the book on Waindale's history. They protect the town. They save the people from other wolves. Was it true then? Adam surprises me when he says, So, I assume we're moving forward with this. My curiosity and excitement about his kind and the town's secrets have kept me from acknowledging the basis of our planning. All of it leads back to us, the fact that we are mated to each other. My learning and my transferring and everything to come from this is because we are bonded. He's not wrong to make such an assumption. It's not like I came in here demanding we stay apart. I wish I could ask him why he is going along with this. Because of our situation, I've been introduced to things I once believed to be fantasies. But what is he getting out of this? If anything, he's an alpha who's stuck with a human as a mate. Adam should be cursing the moon goddess for bringing us together. It sure sounds like it, I murmur. My insecurities are climbing up my back, sitting on my shoulders, whispering into my ear. Look at him. It just doesn't make any sense. It's just, I'm still a little hesitant. Maybe it's the fact that we aren't supposed to be mated. I'm not one of you. You're an alpha. You're supposed to be with a Luna. I know that much. His shoulders fall, but his voice stays steady. You should move past that, Wrenley. My eyes look directly into his. And you have? For the most part, he says. Is it like something is better than nothing? Is this the best of a bad situation? Did I say anything to suggest that? I sigh and peer behind me out the window. Vivian is out of sight, but I hope she's still there. When I look back, his dark eyes haven't moved from me. My lips mouth small, silence words as I decide what to say. Wrenley, it's just a little bizarre, I cut him off. People aren't supposed to know these things before they know each other. Really, they're supposed to be the same species at least. I suddenly stand up, which makes Adam stand as well. He holds out his hand. You're overwhelmed. I stare at his hand and then his face, silently asking why. Go on, he says. It will help. Right, because holding hands will make everything okay, I breathe. I want to know more about you, Adam, but I can't let myself feel this way. It's too soon. I'll get hurt. That's not how it works. There is no slowing down your emotions. Everything is immediate. I'm not like you. This isn't good for me. It's all foreign, I try to explain. Adam drops his hand, making me wish I grabbed onto him and pulled him close. It's not something we prepare for either. Before this, I only knew what I had been told. I cross my arms and quickly regret my words. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound. I need to get back. I'll have you transferred to the academy. Someone will call and explain it to your mother. Someone from the high school. Expect to receive your uniform tomorrow. You'll start there Monday. He walks to the archway, leaving. Before he disappears, I ask, I'll see you there then? Adam nods once, then vanishes around the corner. I crash down into the chair and bend forward. My hands cover my regretful face from the ghosts watching. Vivian comes in shortly after. Just as her lips part to speak, I look to her. Every time I see him, it gets harder. How I'm feeling isn't right. Her face settles on something sympathetic. The next morning, I enter the kitchen after a deep sleep. My stomach cries for food, but before I can check the stove for Grandma's pancakes or French toast, I'm faced with my mother. She's standing with her phone in her hand. Your school called, she says. They said that you've been specially selected to attend Waindale Academy. Why didn't you tell me that you tried for this contest thing? They told me that your personal essay was fantastic and that they can't wait to welcome you Monday. You better start talking, kid. My eyes turn to Grandma, who is sat at the table behind her. I'm sorry I didn't tell you, I improvise. I didn't think they'd pick me anyway. I know you don't like the academy, but I thought I may as well try, for the academics. She lets out a sigh and drops her phone-holding hand to her side. You can't just keep these things from me. I know, I'm sorry, I really didn't think I'd be picked. And you really want to go there? You want to wear a uniform? You want to learn how to play tennis? I think it's a wonderful opportunity for Wrenley, Grandma chimes in. My mom looks back at her before saying, I'm not going to stop you from going if you want to. Okay, well, I want to, I say. Okay, then you can transfer. Your uniform will be here later today. They didn't even ask for your size, so if you get some tiny toddler sweater or gigantic pants, it's not my problem. Okay, thanks, Mom. She watches me for a moment. The sadness in her eyes is just noticeable if I look hard enough. Okay, well, I'll get breakfast started, Grandma says. What are we thinking? Anyone hungry for omelets? This feels like the longest night in existence. All the lights in the house are out. My mother and grandmother had gone to bed a while ago, and I'm left to lay in the darkness of my bedroom. It's quiet, so painfully quiet. It's gotten too cold for the crickets, and now the night is filled with unsettling, infrequent gusts of wind. I'd much rather hear the wet tapping of rain than this silence, but the one night I need noise is the one night of clear skies. Tomorrow is my first day at the academy. I have my uniform hanging on the back of my desk chair. Contrary to my mother's beliefs, it fits near perfectly, which makes my mind wander to Adam. This situation that I've been thrown into is insane, completely unreal, but I still feel guilty for acting so cold towards him. He is clearly trying to make it work. I just can't get my mind around the idea of it actually working. There's no way this can end well for either of us. I look up at my moon goddess necklace as it dangles from my bedpost. My arm reaches above my head and my fingers turn the wooden carving the right way. The charm makes my crowding thoughts disperse, like she's shooing them off as the evil things tower over me. Whenever I'm alone like this, so desperate to move and unwilling to sleep, is when I want him the most. He feels so far away, and it's unbearable. I close my eyes just to picture his face, to imagine him in my bedroom. His scent is nothing but a memory that I'm struggling to remember. Adam. 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 I say his name over and over in my head until it loses meaning and sounds like nothing at all. Rolling onto my back, then side, then pushing myself to sit up, I run my hands through my hair and squeeze my head like a lemon I want to drain until it's merely rind and pulp. Letting out a groan of frustration, I slip from my covers and spring to the window. My palm lays flat against the glass, needing to feel warmth back, but getting nothing except an empty chill. "Come back," I murmur against the glass, watching my breath fog it up. "Maybe you can hear me. Maybe you can't. You did before when I was stuck. Well, I'm stuck again. Usually I can myself down, but this time I need help. I'm losing it, aren't I? Talking at a closed window as if my mumbling is going to be heard from wherever Adam is. Maybe if I run out into the cold, he'll come. Maybe if I stand there and freeze, he'll... Damn it, Wren. Stop it. You're not like this." Turning my back to the night, I face my bedroom with utter annoyance. I don't want to be here. Grabbing my thickest jacket from the closet and stepping into my shoes with my warmest socks on, I head out the front door, looking back into the dark rooms, saying goodbye. I shut the door and walk slowly down the porch steps. No one would be out and about at such a time, but Waindale isn't like other towns. For all I know, half the population is at the town center dancing naked under the full moon. Imagine that. I can. I can picture my bare body drenched in moonlight. Instead of regular townies, those surrounding me would be hungry beasts. My pale limbs flail like that of an injured animal. I'm dripping blood. The metallic stench clouds their senses. They're ready to pounce. They're ready to rip me apart. As I walk down the dark, barren road, his scent comes out of nowhere. Am I going to get what I asked for? Is Adam going to come for me? Why would he? I've been indecisive, passionless, and just bitchy. Hints of him litter the air and seem to grow stronger. I continue to walk towards my salvation like I have a right to. The wind is ruthless against my legs. The sheerness of my pajama pants is doing nothing to keep me warm. If I was being sensible, I would have stayed home, in my room, in my bed like a good girl. My lips part, and I dare to call out his name. The forest is dense as the road cuts through it, and suddenly I turn into the trees. My body knows where he is, and my head is along for the ride. I step over monstrous roots and tangled brush, and I know that I should be feeling lost, but there's this sense of safety deep within me. He does that. Adam makes me feel all sorts of things, and I'm still trying to accept it. Leaves rustle, twigs crack, distance waves rush up and down, dirt collects on my shoes, the forest whispers for me to turn back. Stay safe in society, don't venture into its secrets, things no one should ever know. Adam, Adam. Say his name again and again and it won't make sense. Adam, Adam, Adam. I wish he would disappear. I wish he would let me go. Wrenley. My eyes trace the ground. How did you find me? I ask such a stupid question, knowing that he didn't find me. We found each other. It's too cold. You need to go home, he says, and I can't help but look at him. Not even a jacket. Aren't you cold? I ask. His handsome face isn't red from the frigid wind like mine. Adam is perfectly fine out here. I don't get cold easily, he says. I nod and hold myself. The silent lips of the woods give us the perfect opportunity to say things we wouldn't want anyone else to hear. This sort of opportunity isn't good for my insistent thoughts. I step closer to him, nearly feeling warmth radiate off of his body. I want to tell him to hold me, but I manage to keep that one in. What are you doing out here? He asks, the concern in his voice feeding my insecurities. I don't know. I just needed get out of my room. Out of the house. It was a little suffocating, I guess. Adam's jaw clenches. Wrenley, you have to go back. I can't lay in my bed, sleepless for one more night. It's driving me insane. I need to sleep, Adam. This is wearing me down, physically. I'm unwell. Adam crosses his arms as if he's holding himself back. There's this instinct inside him. Maybe seeing me cold and exhausted is hurting him in some way. I know that if the roles were reversed, if he was struggling, it would hurt me. I don't know how to help you, he says. Yes, you do. You do. Just do what you must, even if I can't handle it. I step closer again, impatient. You're warm. I can feel it, I say quietly. Taking a leap, I reach up to his crossed arms, and he undoes them, letting me touch his hand. I take his hand in both of mine and immediately feel the heat like he's been holding them over a campfire. A breath escapes my lips and is visible in the air between us. You'll get sick out here, Adam warns me. My head is too caught up in the sensation of his touch to care. If I don't do something now, I may just burst into tears. It's been building up inside of me, so much emotion, and if I don't act on it, I'll collapse in on myself. My grip on his hand tightens. Wrenley, I know I go back and forth, I interrupt, but I don't know what to do anymore. I don't care. I don't care if this ends terribly. I don't care if I get hurt. Just tell me that you want me back, and I'll believe you. Adams takes his hand from my grasp. My heart aches for longer than I would like before his hands are placed on my shoulders. He looks down at me, his face not giving away a thing. You can't be out here, he says again, like he's trying to come up with a good excuse. I'll take you home. I bring my hands up and place them on top of his. I don't want to go home. I want to stay here with you. His eyes watch me intensely, but his expression tells me that I'm wearing him down. Don't take me home, please, I whisper. I can't stand it there. I can't stand it anywhere if it's away from you. Adam moves with me backward. My heart beats tirelessly in my chest as I suddenly feel a tree against my back. I look up to him and feel the rough bark against my skull, knotting my hair. His hand moves up to my cheek, seemingly against his will, and ignites my skin. I can't help but lean against his palm as my eyes gaze longingly into his. Wrenley, he says softly. Kiss me, I breathe, my chest rising and falling. I watch with such euphoria as he leans closer. Everything inside of me yearns for him, and I can barely wait another second. His hands hold my jaw and his fingers are splayed into my hair. His lips press against mine for one climactic moment before he's pushing away. Upset, my eyes spring open, only to find him far from me and lashing into a blood-curdling beast. The sight of the wolf's canines and dagger-like claws sends me stumbling back. A cry leaps from my lungs and shoots to the tops of the trees. My heart hurtles forward and I frantically step back, watching as its cursed yellow eyes stare hungrily. Quick breaths leave me as I turn and run toward the road. My hands grip at tree trunks to propel myself forward. The sounds of its deadly chase bring tears to my eyes. The wind dries them against my cheeks. A protruding root brings me crashing to the forest floor. My ankle is caught up in it, and I fight for freedom, but the beast is too fast. Suddenly, the ginormous thing is towering over me, stepping until it is nearly on top of me. Another cry escapes me, but there is no one to hear it. The beast's teeth shine under the moon, and they just about reach the skin on my neck. Heat, my body shakes with anxiety. I find myself waiting for death to consume me. The heartbreaking sound of my weeping causes the beast to halt. Its eyes study me, watching my body cower in terror. I bring myself to look at it. Suddenly, it's moving off of me, leaving me. With sweat beating at my forehead, I sit up in the dirt. My eyes follow it into the shadows. I wait there long after it has gone, too frightened to move. What had just happened is too painful, too confusing for me to digest. I don't understand. Why did he do that? Why would he scare me in such a sadistic way? We were so close, and he just tore us apart. Are you ready for your first day at Waindale Academy, dear? Grandma asks as I enter the kitchen in my spiffy new uniform. I sit down at the table and she places a plate in front of me. What would you like? Something special for your first day. I can't eat. I feel sick, I tell her. If I eat, I may just vomit. What? What's wrong? Did you catch the flu? Maybe you shouldn't go to school today, Wrenley, not if you're going to be sick. No, I mutter. I have to go. I just can't eat. The thought of it makes my stomach hurt. Grandma sighs. Oh, goodness. Will you bring something with you? There are granola bars in the pantry. I nod and she fetches them. I lift my backpack to my lap and stuff them inside, knowing that I'll forget they're there anyway. Where's Mom? I ask. Usually she's up by now. Oh, she must be asleep still. Do you want me to wake her up to see you off? I shake my head. It's fine. I have to get going anyway. I can't leave before Grandma hands me an umbrella and wishes me well. On my way to the street, I can't help but think about my mom. Did she sleep in on purpose? Does my going to Waindale Academy bother her that much? To be honest, I'm not sure why I'm even going there today. Not after what happened last night when Adam scared me to death. The thought of seeing him, well, makes me want to vomit. I can't go back to the high school, though. I've been transferred. I'm no longer a student there. I've been uniformed and sent off to the big leagues where I'll surely drown. Most of the students there are werewolves, as Adam said. I'm going to be surrounded by them nearly every day. What am I thinking? This is the worst idea I have ever gone through with, and I once took my fish out of his bowl to watch a movie together. Mind you, I was very young, but at the moment I don't feel much wiser than I was back then. When I come up to the academy, I feel my palms getting clammy. It's like the first day of school all over again, except this time the school is filled with monsters who wear polo shirts and learn to play tennis. Wren, over here. Looking at the parking lot, I catch glimpses of Vivian and Imogen as they weave through cars. Soon enough, the two are in front of me, breathing heavy but bright-eyed. Where's Eli? I ask. Oh, he's having a bit of a rough time. Having to leave Alara at the high school while he comes back here causes some problems between them. I think she's pretty upset, Vivian explains. She knew what she was getting into. Imogen says, less forgiving than Vivian. The guy has a mate out there somewhere. They were going to split eventually. Vivian rolls her eyes. No one said that they're going to break up. Oh, well, that's sad. Maybe Eli can stay at the high school with her? Vivian eyes me. Adam ordered us back here? I mean, unless you want to change his mind, you're the only one that could. I swallow and begin walking toward the main doors. The girls follow suit. What? Something happen? Vivian asks. No, I mutter. So you're fine if we go see Adam right now? We're supposed to bring you to the dean's office. Adam will be there. I immediately halt. The two girls look back at me. I can't, I tell them. Fine, you win. Something happened. Whatever. I just can't see him. Well, Vivian urges me to continue with the story. I shake my head. I can't tell you. Just, please don't make me see him. We would be breaking orders, Imogen says to Vivian. I'll take the blame, I offer. All of it. Blame it all on me. Just don't bring me there. It was that bad? Vivian questions, and I nod. All right, fine. You have to take the fall, though, or we get our heads chopped off. Yes, I'll take the fall. Hell, just tell him I made you do it. Imogen asks, so what do we do now? We were supposed to go right to the dean's office. We can show you around the school, Vivian suggests. We just have to avoid Adam or Dean Murphy at all times. Don't I have class? Not today, she explains. Your schedule is in the dean's office, so we can't get it to show you, but we have nearly the same schedules. It's been set up so either Eli, Imogen, or I am in your classes at all times. You start tomorrow. Today we were just supposed to show you the ropes. Okay, so we can easily avoid him. He can smell her, Imogen says to Vivian. He'll find us easily. We'll just have to keep moving, I guess. Don't get me wrong, we can try to avoid him, but there's a very high chance that he'll find you. I sigh. I don't think he'll want to see me either. Really? It was that bad? Please tell me, please? Imogen grabs onto her and leads us into the building. I stay behind the two of them, watching as they wave and say hello to people they know. Most of these people are surprised to see them back. I'm guessing that they don't know about me. No one does more than glance my way. Adam's scent is here. It's scattered around, not very concentrated in any direction. Maybe he's avoiding me as well. Whenever I think back to last night, all I see is his beastly face flashing at me, growling at me, angry with me. The terrible end makes it hard to daydream about his lips pressing against mine. It was so very short, but felt like something of another world. First, the girls take me to the courtyard. The school building is a large square that's hollow in the middle. Doorways lead out to a green space with picnic tables and benches and trees to provide shade. Many students are gathered around, chatting and laughing and walking to class. In the center of the courtyard is a beautiful fountain. People sit around it, used to its beauty. Next is the lunchroom. Long, dark wood cafeteria tables line the room. At the back is a delightful selection of food, much better than the meals offered at the high school. I stare at people's plates as they walk by. Instead of plastic cafeteria trays, students carry around glass plates and cups with silverware. Nice, huh? Vivian asks. Trust me, you won't be missing Waindale High anytime soon. Sure, being secretary was fun, but here at least I can use a fork and not have it snap in my hand. I'll catch you guys later. All this food is making me hungry, and I've been missing these pancakes, Imogen says before following the scent of maple syrup. Vivian and I make our way to the gymnasium, but while in the middle of the hall, I come to a sudden stop. His scent, it's getting stronger. He's close, I say. He's getting closer. Vivian links arms with me and turns us around. We hurry back down the hallway and through a pair of doors that lead outside. We walk down steps and follow a path toward the tennis courts. We should be safe out here, she says. I shake my head. His scent isn't. The sound of the doors opening behind us makes my lips seal shut. We both spin around and watch as Adam stands at the top of the steps looking down at us. I look away and he makes his way over. "Okay," Vivienne squeaks. "Time to take the blame." She steps behind me and peeks out like a child who's about to be scolded. I can't bear to take my eyes off the ground. Seeing him after what happened, it's too much. "I expected you both in the dean's office an hour ago." "Vivienne, care to explain? Did I not tell you to bring her directly to the office?" "It's my fault," I say, already having the words ready to go. "I made them take me around the school instead. I didn't want to go to the dean's office." Adam is silent for a few seconds, then says, "Vivienne, leave us." I clench my teeth and watch as she heads back into the school. She doesn't leave before giving me a regretful look, though. Suddenly we're alone, and much too soon than I would have ever liked. Needing to get away from him, I say, "I have to go." But before I can walk away, Adam moves in front of me. "Adam, I couldn't let what was going to happen. You were exhausted, freezing, not in the right mind, as you said yourself, unwell. I wasn't going to take advantage of the situation." Feeling blood rush to my face, I ask, "But why did you change into the wolf? Why did you growl at me and scare me away?" "Yes, I was tired and cold, but I meant what I said. I finally felt that I could share how I'm feeling, and you tower over me and flash your teeth and—" "Wrenley, maybe I was wrong for believing that this could work. It's my fault. I was beginning to forget about the monstrous part of you. That's where I went wrong." I attempt to leave, but Adam steps in front of me again, this time placing his hands on my arms, containing me. Before I can say anything, he says, "I needed control. The only way I could feel in control is if I shifted. You wanted things to be at a steady pace. I couldn't let it happen. It was a misunderstanding. What you perceived as frightening wouldn't have been so if I wasn't human, if I were one of you." Adam frowns. "You're nurtured to see us as monsters? The scary teeth, to us they're just teeth. I can understand why you would perceive me as attacking you, but in reality I shifted and it startled you. You ran off and fell. I followed you to make sure you were all right. But you came at my neck. You stood over me. It was to show you that I wasn't going to hurt you. If I wanted to attack you, I would have. It would have been quick. There would be no chase." I take in a breath but find it hard to see the event from his point of view. I suppose he's right about one thing. If he wanted to kill me, he would have. The thought of how easy he could do it unsettles me. There would be no chase. Those words stick in my mind. Seeing Adam so often in his human form made his wolf form more and more distant. In my mind, it's like I wanted to forget that it exists. Maybe the truth is that I wish Adam was human, not that I was one of them. "I'm sorry I misunderstood you then." "There's no need to apologize," he says. I run a hand through my hair, then cross my arms, wanting to say certain things, but not knowing how. It's not just a misunderstanding, though. It's two different ways of life. We're so different, Adam. Something you see as completely normal is utterly terrifying from my perspective. It doesn't seem... "What you said last night," Adam stops me, "the things you said. I said how I felt. It took me by surprise. If what was going to happen happened, I didn't want you to regret it later." "Okay," I say softly. "We are very different, that's undeniable, but we're learning about each other. I now know what not to do, and I thought you enjoyed learning about our kind." "I do. I didn't like what happened last night. I don't want to fear you, Adam. Fearing you, it hurt me." He nods. "I know, I'm sorry." We stand in silence. He stopped me from placing bricks back onto my wall of comfort and safety. These past days have left me wanting to reveal more and more to him, and last night put a roadblock in front of me. But I don't want to retreat. I want to keep going. "Let's continue learning then. Will you come back tonight? When I'm around you, I'm able to sleep afterward." He looks at me, not expecting such a response. "If you want me to, I will." "I do." "Then I'll be there," he says. "Someone is hungry." Peering up from my dinner plate, I find my mother and grandmother watching me. "Yeah, I am. Sorry." No, it's a good thing," my grandmother assures me. "Why don't you tell us about your first day at your new school?" I nod and set down my fork, but my mom looks to her plate and doesn't lift her gaze again. "Well," I start, a little hurt. "Today I was just shown around the school. I got my schedule and met the dean. It's really nice. There's this courtyard, and the cafeteria food is amazing, and the people all seem... Thanks for dinner, Mom, but I have to get back to reviewing. Leave the dishes. I'll do it later, my mom says flatly and gets up from the table. I watch her disappear into the hallway. Moments later, we hear the sound of her bedroom door closing. Grandma shrugs and urges for me to continue. So, did you meet anyone interesting? I mean, everyone there is interesting. Oh, any boys catch your eye? I sit back and give her a look. What? Boys? Where is this coming from? Grandma waves me off. I just hear that very nice boys go to the academy, that's all. You know, when your mother was your age, she saw this boy that went there. She would hate for me to tell you this, but he was such a nice boy. Very nice looking as well. She kept telling me that she was in love with him, but one day it just stopped. She never told me what happened. Really? Do you remember the guy's name? If he went to the academy, could he have been like Adam? One of them. Could this boy have revealed himself to my mother? Could my mother know about werewolves? Grandma focuses. I'll try to remember. After dinner, I meticulously clean my bedroom. I smooth out my comforter, straighten my pillows, light a candle so it smells like vanilla. I told Adam to come back tonight. Everything must be perfect, like I live a mess-free life. As I run around, picking up random articles of clothing, books, and miscellaneous things, I hear the last light turn off. The yellow glow from under my door has turned to darkness. My mother and grandmother have settled in for the night, and hopefully they will be fast asleep by the time Adam comes. I'm not sure where we stand. 1 second we're nearly kissing, and the next I'm running for my life. Him coming tonight is important for us because I want to set things straight. Our conversation today at the academy was helpful, but I still don't feel ready to open up again. It took a lot of courage to say the things I said last night, courage I'm scared I'll never get back. I'm not the only one holding back, though. Adam made that clear today. We both feel a lack of control around one another, and I can't decide if I hate it or crave it. I lay across my bed and stare up at the ceiling. Usually, by now I would be in my pajamas, yawning and brushing my teeth. We see one another during the day, sure, but when we meet at night, something changes. The boundaries between us don't seem so high and mighty. So, while I prefer seeing him at night, it would be nice to talk freely when my eyelids aren't growing heavy. I wonder if we'll get to that point, a stage of comfort where you can speak your mind whenever and wherever you want. A little while later, his scent picks up in the air. I perk up and drop my phone on my bed, stretching my body to look out the window. I see a figure walking towards the house, and I know it's him. Quickly, I climb off my bed and slide open the glass. Cool air rushes against my face. Leaning out into the night, I gently call, Adam? Soon the contours of his face are revealed. The sight of him makes my chest grow warm like a light is shining inside of me. He doesn't look as conflicted as he usually does, but rather happy. Wrenley, he breathes while reaching my window. You have to climb in, I say, excited. Finally, my dreams of him sneaking into my bedroom in the middle of the night can turn to reality. It's a weird thought to have, but when lying awake for hours, only being able to think of him, those innermost desires help. Daydreaming, it's how I've survived our bond so far. I don't think that's a good idea, he says, not taking his eyes from me. No one will wake up, they're heavy sleepers. I tell him, how do you think I've been sneaking out all this time? Part of me knows that's not what he meant, but I want him to come in. Thankfully, he sighs and sneaks through. I step back as he does so, taking one last scan of the room to make sure nothing embarrassing is dangling out in the open. He straightens up and takes in the space. This is my bedroom, I say, stating the obvious. I know. I glance back at him with questions in my eyes. The shirt, he clarifies. I left it under the bed, but you know that. Oh, right, I forgot about that. Well, I guess this is my room clean then. Adam wanders to my desk. Sat on top of the shelves are framed pictures that I've had for many years. He looks over them. That one's my mom and I. I was only 8 or 9. You look like her, he says, then turns to me. People say that a lot. My grandma, my mom, and I, we all sort of look the same. And your father? I shake my head a little. Oh, no. He's not in the picture. He was never really a part of things. I've actually never met him. It's fine, though. Doesn't really bother me. What about your parents? Well, my father became Alpha. He met my mother. She became Luna. They had children and have led the pack here in Waindale ever since. You have siblings? I had a younger brother. He died 2 years ago. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. It's fine, he says while nearing me. I bring my legs up, turn to him, and sit crisscross. Well, I start. First, I want to know about Waindale and the attack that happened. I read in a book that wolves protected the town from other wolves, ones that were trying to hurt people. That's why some humans attend the academy, right? Your pack protected their ancestors during the attack? Adam smiles a little. You read that in a book? I nod. At the time, our pack had bad blood with another, because some of their people died near our land. The alpha of the other pack blamed their deaths on us, saying we killed them for nearing our territory. That wasn't true. We had no idea how their people died, so we denied it. Eventually, the other pack attacked our land for revenge, but our land is shared with the town. When they came, they went after the townspeople as well. We protected them. They believed that they were to be forever in our debt. So, yes, the founding families passed on the story to their children. That's why we attend the academy with them. We're in alliance. They don't fear us. They believe we protect them. They keep our secret in exchange. Wow, I whisper. So the Alpha then was your... My grandfather, Adam says. He protected the people of Waindale. He's very admired, but he passed before I was born. I never got to meet him. And now you're going to be the Alpha. Can I ask why? When is a new Alpha supposed to take his father's position? Sometimes it's when the current Alpha believes his son is ready, he explains. Other times it's because the current Alpha can't continue ruling. Situations such as the Alpha being physically sick, mentally unwell, or having died. A few times it's been because the current Alpha has committed treason against the pack. Don't worry, though. My father believes it's time he steps down. And your mother? She'll step down as well. My face grows hot as I fight back the urge to ask. Part of me wants to know about my role in all of this, but the other part is terrified of his answer. So when exactly will you become Alpha? The ceremony is soon, he says and glances out the window. Are you excited? He looks back to me, into my eyes. It's a lot to take on. I'll be responsible for many lives. And you'll be stuck doing it alone, I mutter out loud. An Alpha deserves to have a Luna. You need someone to support you, someone that will understand. Really, you need to be mated with someone who isn't as useless to this situation as I am. I wish you wouldn't feel that way, he says. But it's true, isn't it? I'm mated to you, Wrenley, he says, his voice harder. Only ever you. I don't care that you're a human. I don't care what you are. We've been paired together, and I stand by it. We seem to move closer together even though we continue to sit still. My chest builds with pressure as I struggle to get in full breaths. He turns to me, facing me completely. I want you, Wrenley, just as you are, and I hope you believe me. I'll never want anyone as I want you. I depend on your existence for more than you will ever know. Last night, you told me how you felt. I never want you to believe that you can't tell me how you feel. You feel this way? Adam takes my hand, warming it in his. I'm taken back to last night when all I needed was to tell him my truth. I do, he assures me. Our bond is very important to me. You are very important to me. The things you said, it meant a lot to me, Wrenley. All of my deepest desires are coming true. I almost need to pinch myself to make sure that this isn't all a dream, that I didn't fall asleep while waiting for him. I told you that all you're feeling is mutual, but you didn't seem as easily affected by it as I am. I rush, the words spilling from my lips. You seemed perfectly fine, unbothered while I was completely taken over by these thoughts and emotions that I have no control over. You just showed up and spoke. And sometimes I believed you didn't feel connected to me at all, that I was helpless, but you'd be all right. His grip on my hand tightens. I keep up a certain appearance so you aren't scared away. You can't tell me that hearing such things a week ago wouldn't have made you pull back even more. Suddenly, Adam stands. I gaze up at him. You don't understand, Wrenley. This isn't what happens. When people find their mates, it's easy. There are no eggshells to walk on. There's no pretending or hurting. You can't eat, you can't sleep. I'm watching you slowly wither away, all to not completely lose you. I've been trying to do this in a way that is familiar to you, but it only ends up hurting you more. Adam, just tell me what you want. Tell me what you need so it's not so hard on you, he says, revealing hints of desperation, something I never thought I would see from him. I rest my feet on the ground, moving so we are face to face. My hands are clasped together on my lap, squeezing hard because I don't know what to say. I don't know what I want. I'm not really a demanding person. Adam sits beside me and takes my hands in his. Tell me anything, whatever will get you to sleep. I'm only like that when you're not around. After I'm with you, I fall asleep and I eat. I'm back to normal, really. Now that I'm at the academy, seeing you all the time, I should be fine. Adam's brows furrow. At the academy? What do you mean? I know we have different schedules, but I'll surely see you around. We can see each other at lunch or between classes. Wrenley, I don't attend the academy, he says. What? But your shirt? The shirt I left was mine, but I had it from when I attended the academy. But you're always there? Adam nods. I meet with Dean Murphy as I'm beginning to take on the responsibilities of an alpha. Many members of my pack are at the school, so it's not unusual for me to be there. I'm sure you will see me every now and then. I stand up and cross my arms, unconsciously pacing. Wait, so you attended the academy? Did you finish early then? You had to leave because you're becoming alpha? No, Wrenley. Do you not know that I'm older than you? I stop and look to him. We aren't the same age? I mean, sure, you don't look 18, but a lot of people look a year or two older, right? So you're what, a year older? Maybe 2? Adam can't help but smile. 4. Months? I ask, partially playing around and partially serious. He shrugs as he says, I really thought you knew. Vivienne never mentioned it. You never mentioned it. I guess I never asked, but it's fine. 4 years isn't that much. It's just all of high school. Wait, if you aren't at the academy, then why did I transfer there? Because I trust the people there. I feel better knowing that you're in a safe environment. You'll also learn more about the pack. You can befriend people, learn from them. I nod and step closer to him. But keep us a secret, right? No one can know that we're mated. No one can know why I'm actually there. Adam's face falls. Yes, you have to keep it to yourself. Vivienne, Imogen, and Eli are the only people that know. Fine, I will on one condition. He raises a brow. And what would that be? You let Eli stay at the high school. Adam stands up. Why? Because that's what I want. He watches me closely. Did he do something? Why don't you want him to transfer with you? No, nothing like that. Just agree to my demands. No questions asked, I say, not knowing if Eli wants someone like Adam to know about his relationship. Imogen seems to be skeptical about the whole thing. Do they look down on those who fraternize with someone who is not their mate? Unsure of what to think, Adam gives in. All right, for the time being he can stay. You'll have to give me a real reason, though. I will, when absolutely necessary. Adam glances to the window, then back to me. I have to get going. You have to be at the academy tomorrow. But you won't be there, I murmur. When will I see you again? I walk into my first class of the day and immediately sit at the back. I fiddle with the buttons on my sweater as I wait for other students to make their way in. My schedule is almost the same to what I was enrolled in at Waindale High School, except for 2 electives. They've been replaced with nutrition and wellness and the very mysterious lycanthropy. Vivienne explained before class that it's something the humans at the academy can take. It teaches them about their fellow students, how to cope with the idea, and how to view the world from this new perspective without becoming overwhelmed. I never thought I would be taking a class about werewolves, especially at some private school that's filled with them. I never thought I would be okay with it because it makes the person I am mated to feel better. I never thought I would be giving in to all of this. The Wren I was when I first met Adam is not the Wren I am today. She was a nervous wreck, stuttering and ogling and trying to understand. The mere sight of the guy made my face flush like a fully ripe tomato. If I told that girl back then that she would be giving things a shot, well, she may just shake me and call me crazy. Maybe I am crazy. I think it takes a certain amount of madness to be willing to go through with this. I look down to my hands when people start to enter the room. Every time someone comes in, I ask myself, are they human or one of them? I'll eye them a bit, consider a few things, then ultimately realize that there's no way for me to tell. Two boys walk in together, looking very friendly with one another. They make their way toward the back and steal the seats just in front of me. My eyes go wide and I bring my hand up to my face, looking for my phone as it's buried in my backpack. I search for something to do, but suddenly one of the boys turn and watch me. I stop and look back. "Hey," he says, "I don't think I've seen you around here." His friend turns as well, but doesn't say anything. "I'm new," I tell the guy, wishing he would turn back around. "New?" His face lights up with some sort of deviance. "We don't get many new students. I know you aren't human. I know all of the humans in this town, so you must be a shifter, right? What are you? A rogue turned good?" My face scrunches a little. "What? Why do you care? Just look the other way." It's like I can't find the balance between anxiety-ridden and defensive. Adam told me to make friends, but instead I'm behaving like I'm a little off upstairs. "Aw, come on." "Didn't mean to push your buttons," he says. All of his words are laced with something, but I'm not sure what he's trying to get at. "You can't blame me for asking, love, right? You're human then." I nod. "That's great. I love humans. They're the best, right?" He nudges his friend. "Yeah, sure, the best," his friend says tiredly before facing forward. The guy shrugs off his friend, not bothered. "So you're human, new to Waindale, and somehow got into this school. Aren't you just the perfect mystery?" Two girls sit beside us, distracting me. "Hi, Devin," one of them says, directing it at the guy. He bumps his brows at me, then turns to her with a charming smile. "Hi, Penny," he says, embellished. "Did you meet my new friend here? Her name is..." "Wrenley," I say to her. "Hi. Come over here, Wrenley. Don't let him bother you." Hi. Penny smiles and pats the chair in front of her. Not wanting to be rude, I grab my backpack and move the few seats over, sitting and smiling back to her. Penny glances to Devin and makes a face as if saying, "Ha, I win." Devin rolls his eyes and chats with his friend, leaving me to the girls who are not promised to be any better than him. "So, Wrenley, interesting name. I've never heard it before," Penny's friend says. "I'm Caitlin. Boring name, right? I bet everyone remembers your name. How can you not?" Penny adds on, "Can we call you Wren? Do you like nicknames?" "Actually, my mom calls me Wren." Their faces spark. "Wren, I like it. It's so modern," Caitlin says. "So I heard Devin say that you're human. We are, too. It's so refreshing to have more of us at the academy. New faces are always welcome, especially since we never get any." "Definitely," Penny agrees. "I mean, don't get me wrong, the shifters are super nice and everything, but sometimes we feel left out. You know?" I sigh. "Yeah, I know. I felt a little left out when I first moved here. I just didn't feel a part of their group, kinda." Caitlin and Penny smile. "We totally get it. Penny and I just stick together. Our families have known each other for generations. Do you have family in Waindale? Is that why you moved?" "My grandma lives here. My mom was raised here. We just recently moved." "So you're no stranger to Waindale, right?" I shake my head. "I used to visit all the time when I was younger." Penny asks, "So your family told you about the town secret then? I mean, our families told us. Your grandmother must know if she's lived here for so long. That's how you got into the academy, right? Because of your grandmother?" Quickly, I blurt, Yeah, my family told me. My grandmother's been here since she was a child." "Lies. Grandma moved here when my mom was 4 years old." My being at the academy is clearly raising questions. As a human, everyone wants to know where I've come from. I guess humans don't just join the academy out of nowhere. These girls are a part of the founding families. They're born into this. "So she lived through the attack like our grandparents. Isn't that so insane?" Caitlin asks. Before I can agree or tell the truth or run away, the teacher begins talking and all attention is aimed toward the front of the room. I flash the girls a smile before facing forward. I can't help but sink in my seat, wishing to be back at the high school. There no one cared where I came from. Maybe I can switch classes. There is no way I am talking to these girls ever again. These lies are destined to collapse in on me. At lunch, Vivienne and I meet in the lunchroom as we planned. I find her waiting against the wall with Imogen right as I pass through the doors. Just as she sees me, I make a face, a defeated face, a face to show her that I've already messed up. I hurry over with my backpack slipping from my shoulder. "Wrenley, what is it?" I lied. I lied to these two girls and now they probably think I'm a part of a founding family. They think my grandma was here during the attack. What if they keep asking questions? What if they find out I'm lying? People are wondering why I'm here, Vivian. Humans don't just join the academy randomly. This is a born-into situation that I have clearly not been born into. Whoa, calm down, she says and leads me to a table. How did that come up? I drop my bag on the bench beside me and fall into my arms on the table. This boy asked me if I was human, and I said yes. Then these girls came and took me over to their side. They started asking me all these questions. What were their names? Imogen asks. Penny and Caitlin, I say, lifting my head up. They're the kind of girls I'm usually scared of. I just couldn't say no to them. I'm sure it'll be fine. I doubt they'll look into it. Why would they care? Vivian says, we can put you in a different class. Just tell Adam and he can put you in whatever the heck you want. No one will question him. That doesn't sound fine. Imogen rolls her eyes. Let's just threaten them or something. Like, if they keep asking questions, we'll cut off their pretty ponytails. No, Imogen. The last thing we need is those girls running to the dean's office saying we threatened them. If that happens, Adam will come over and we'll screw ourselves over. I should have never come to this school, I murmur. I don't belong here. Everyone knows it, and if they don't know it yet, they surely will by the end of the day. Caitlin and Penny don't seem like the kind of girls who hate gossiping. I talk to them for a minute, and suddenly I know that there's a division between the humans and the shifters, and they don't feel welcomed by you guys. They feel forced into it by their families and liked me because they thought I was in the same situation. Also, they think my name is weird. Vivian takes a deep breath. No, you belong here with us. You do. We just need to get you away from those girls. When do you see Adam next? Today sometime. Perfect. Just tell him then that you need to switch classes because some people are asking too many questions. Trust me, he does not want the truth behind your being here to get out. My shoulders fall. I don't want to ask him for more. I already asked him to let Eli stay at the high school. He's going to think I'm helpless. We have to handle this ourselves. So threatening? Imogen suggests. Vivian's glare shoots her down. No, we'll have to tell them that you're mated to one of us. Someone with authority, but not Adam. You thinking beta or third? Imogen asks. Beta, third. Vivian looks to me. If you're mated to Adam's beta or third in command, then that gives you a reason for being here. It's something we could tell everyone. I'm sure pack members will be surprised, but it will withstand against the humans. Great. I'd be digging myself a deeper hole. No, I don't want to pretend to be mated to someone else. I don't want to lie. I want to go back to the high school. I know this place is supposed to teach me about you guys and your pack, but what's the point? What's the point in me learning anything about you when I'm just a secret? So what? Adam becomes alpha and I'm waiting by in the shadows, the mate no one knows he has. He keeps me hanging on because he doesn't want to lose me, yet he can't commit to me. No, I won't do this any longer. Wrenley, please, just... I transferred for him. I quit my job at the diner because of my new schedule. Why I am the only one giving things up? Because he's going to be the alpha. He's giving up a lot to take on this position, she tries to explain. You don't understand what it means to be mated to an alpha. I understand that the alpha's mate is the Luna, but I don't get to be her because I'm not like you. Vivian's face tightens up. What? Are you even hearing yourself right now? Every girl in existence wants to be mated to an alpha. It's like winning the lottery. So what? You don't get to prance around and call yourself Luna? You don't even know what she does. We're trying to help you, Wrenley, but you have to realize that being a mate means you give up things. Being mated to an alpha means to give up a lot of things. If you can't handle that, then maybe you shouldn't be mated to him at all. Vivian, Imogen shouts and pulls her down. I look around at the many eyes watching us as my chest rapidly rises and falls. Vivian slaps her hands over her mouth and can't bear to even blink. Imogen looks to me. Do you think? I quickly grab my bag and get up from the table. Heading for the lunchroom doors, I see Penny and Caitlin standing in my way. Mated to the alpha? Caitlin says with a smirk. I push past them and escape. Oh, Wrenley, you're home. I thought you'd be back later than this. Oh, also, I found your mother's old yearbook. Grandma grabs the thick book off of the dining table and flips to a page she had marked. She points to a small picture of a guy. That's him. He's your mother's first love. John Amon. I glance at the image for a second before hurriedly taking off my shoes and bag and jacket. Grandma, where's Mom? She wasn't on the porch working. Why? She's gone to the grocery store to pick up a few things. I think for a moment before stepping back into my shoes and tugging my jacket back on. Where are you going, dear? Grandma asks. I'm going to go find her. I'm sure she'll be home soon. Just wait here and I'll make you a snack. I shake my head. Sorry, Grandma, this can't wait. I leave through the front door as I button up my jacket. Grandma calls after me, but I continue down the path and onto the street. It starts to rain, and I curse inwardly for forgetting an umbrella yet again, but there's no time to turn back. I don't know how long I have before the news spreads to Adam that the soon-to-be Alpha has a mate who is, get this, a human. I run across the street when I reach the town center, causing cars to abruptly stop and honk their horns. Of course, now there are cars on these roads, right when I'm trying to find my mother. Right when I'm trying to break down and admit that I was wrong. My wet hair clings to my frozen cheeks and my legs tiredly carry me to the market. A few people give me looks as I rush into the store, frantically searching for her dark, wavy hair or loud red coat. I peer down aisle after aisle until I catch sight of her. She's taking in the colorful cartoon cereal boxes, not sure of which one she wants to try now. We used to do that together, before Waindale. We'd try cereal and mutually hate it. Things were simple back then. Mom, I call. Her eyes shoot to me, having a hard time processing my presence. Wrenley? Why aren't you at school? What are you doing? You're soaked. We have to leave. We have to go home. What are you talking about? I swipe the hairs from my face. We have to leave Waindale right now. Pack what we need and go. Just go home, please. She grabs my shoulder and pulls my drenched jacket off of me. Okay, relax. Kid, you're causing a scene. What happened? Tell me right now what you did. I can't say. Just, you have to trust me, please. Wren, I'm not joking around. I'm serious. Tell me what you did. Now, is someone after you? Do we need to call the police? Did you do something illegal? I shake my head. I made a mistake. I should have never gone through with any of it. Any of what? Wren, come on. Please just tell me. You're starting to scare me. You'll never believe me. You'll never believe me if I tell you. My mom, growing frustrated, leaves her shopping cart and takes me outside of the store. We stand alone under the awning, rain beating down on it above us. She grabs my shoulders and stares into my eyes. I'll ask you one more time. What happened? I went to school, and these people were nice to me. Vivian and Imogen and Eli. I wanted to be friends with them, but I knew something was off about them. Vivian? Tali's daughter? I nod. I kept trying to figure it out. I was getting paranoid. Things were watching me from the woods. Then one day, Vivian showed me. Showed you? What, Wren? Showed you what? I swallow. What she is. My mother lets go. What do you mean? She transforms into a giant wolf. Is this a joke? Are you kidding me, kid? You came in and caused a scene to... Just listen, I interrupt. Vivian is a werewolf, or a shifter, or whatever. They all are. 1/10 of the town is. They live in a pack, and they have an alpha, like their leader. Their alpha was watching me from the woods. There was something about him that I was drawn to. It's hard to explain, just listen. His name is Adam. We've been bonded to one another. We're what they call mates. But I'm not one of them. I'm human, so it's caused this whole problem. First, we were going to try and break the bond somehow, but there really isn't a way to actually break it. So we were just seeing where things went. He wanted me to transfer to the academy because that's where all the shifter people go to school. The problem is that no one is supposed to know that we're mates because an alpha just can't be mated to a human because an alpha is supposed to have a Luna to lead with him. I was supposed to keep it a secret from everyone at the academy, but people started asking questions about why I was there. Then Vivian yelled at me during lunch. She kinda lost it. She said very loudly that I shouldn't be mated to Adam. Everyone there heard her say this. My mom stares at me with her mouth open. Soon he's going to find out that everyone knows. That's why we have to go. I don't know what he's going to do. No one was supposed to know about me. understand? So we have to leave, now. My mom straightens up and looks over the parking lot. Wren, I'm not sure what to say. Is it drugs? Did Vivian give you drugs? No, Mom. What I said is the truth. I told you that you wouldn't believe me. I have to go. I'll go alone then. You're not going anywhere, she says and grabs my arm. What did you take? Something bad? Something with needles? I groan and yank my arm from her. If you don't believe me, then go to Tolly. Drive to her house right now and ask her. Ask her if she's one of them, because she is. My mom lets out a long breath before striding to her car. I follow along and get in the passenger seat, my heart racing like never before. I can't believe I told her. The entire drive she's mumbling about drugs. Thankfully, Vivian's house isn't far, so I don't have to wait for long until I get to show her the truth. There are things on this earth that we believed to be myths, but they aren't. These things have been right in front of us our whole lives. She parks abruptly and gets out, shuttling the door swiftly behind her. I shrug on my damp jacket and hurry to keep up as she heads for the front door. The bell is rung 4 times. The door opens and I'm met with Vivian's face. Where's your mother? My mom asks sternly. Vivian looks to me as if the Grim Reaper is hunched before her and not us. Wrenley, you didn't, she breathes. Tolly, my mom calls into the house. Soon Tolly appears behind her daughter. Rachel, hi, what's going on? Is everything all right? Well, my mom dramatizes, her hand gripped on the doorway, I'm just wondering why my daughter is ranting about people that transform into werewolves, telling me all of this stuff, and why we have to leave Waindale immediately. Tolly looks down to her daughter, then back to us, her face pinned straight. Get inside, everyone, now. Tolly sits my mother down with us on the couch, ignoring her rambling about their kids doing drugs. She stands in front of us and first turns to her daughter. Vivian, explain. Vivian looks to her lap. I was put in charge of Wrenley by Adam. And why would Adam do that? Because Wrenley is his mate, she says, and Tolly's gaze lands on me. Is that true? She asks me. You're mated to Adam? I nod, not saying a word. No one was supposed to find out about them being mates. My friends and I were supposed to look after Wrenley, keep her safe and from doing stupid things, but eventually she found out about us because I revealed myself to her, Vivian continues. Tolly brings her hand to her chest, not believing what her daughter is capable of. I know, it was a mistake, but she had to find out. She had to find out about Adam and their connection, so I did it. He was going to her anyway. She was seeing him in his shifted form. My mother speaks up. Tolly, you're telling me that this is real? Vivian you're a... Tolly nods. I kept it from you for all these years. My family, we're shifters. We shift into wolves. My mother leans back against the couch, then points to me. And my daughter? What about her? Why is she a part of this? Our kind has a special way of finding life partners. We are bonded to one other person, a soul bond that we believe is given to us from the moon goddess. Your daughter has been bonded to the soon-to-be alpha of our pack. This is highly usual, as we are meant to be bonded to others of our kind, not humans. No, my mom says suddenly. No, she is not being bonded to some random guy. She is not being bonded to a guy that turns into a wolf. Undo it. I don't care. I will not have this. Rachel, you have to calm down, Tolly says. There is no way to simply undo the bond. Her soul is connected to his. My mom stands up and faces me. Come on, kid. We're leaving. Your soul is not being bonded to someone else's. No, I don't care. I don't. Let's go. We're leaving. I look to Vivian and her mother, unsure of what to do. Tolly motions for me to stay, so I listen. She goes to my mother's side and speaks directly to her. Rachel, you cannot just take her away. Rachel, listen to me. This isn't real. This isn't happening. You aren't a werewolf. You aren't. You can't be. I am. That's what we are, Tolly says, managing to stay calm. No. My mother shakes her head. My daughter and I are human. You are human. You've always been human. I'm not, Rachel. I'm a shifter. We can show you if that will help. No, please don't do that. God, what the hell? This is crazy. This is so insane. Tolly sits her down in the living chair. It's a lot to take in, I know. Is that why you disappeared sometimes? Is that why you went to those religious meetings or whatever? It wasn't a religious thing, was it? No, it wasn't. But you didn't go to the academy? I asked Vivian's mom. My parents didn't want me to at the time. Maybe I should have gone, but it's too late now. My parents were rogue before joining the pack here in Waindale. They didn't want to become too attached. Little did they know that they'd spend the rest of their lives here, she explains. But I'm glad Vivian attends the academy. I gave her a choice. Yeah, about that. Vivian sinks in her seat. I attended the high school for a bit. That's how I met Wrenley, how I watched over her. Excuse me? You told me you met Wrenley at the diner. It was Adam's orders. I couldn't say no, Mom. Hold on here, my mother cuts in. Adam? Who the hell is this Adam guy? He's the one trying to steal my daughter. He's not stealing her, Tali explains. They're mates. We do not choose who we are mated with. So this Adam guy happens to be mated to my daughter, a human, and no one tries to fix it? I stand up and turn to my mother. I told you, there's no way to fix it. There's no way to break the bond. Adam said that it could be worn down if we stay far away from one another, but then you will stay far away from him. Far, far away, I can promise you that. Tali stops my mother from getting up. Hold on, she can't just leave. He will find her. He will never stop looking for her as long as he feels her alive inside of him. My mother pulls a face. What the hell is this? Do women have no say in your bizarre lifestyle? If my daughter wants to stay away from his guy, she will. Wrenley is a free young woman. She will not be held down by any man, understand? Rachel, Adam is not the only one that will suffer. Wrenley will face consequences as well. They may even be harder on her. She's human. I've never dealt with anything like this. She right, I tell my mom. I stop sleeping. I can't eat. Without him, I wither away. That's why you were sick? She says, her eyes watering. That's why you couldn't sleep? They are supposed to be together, Tali clarifies. But we can't be, I say to Vivian's mom. He wanted to keep me a secret. No one knew that we're mates besides us, Vivian, Imogen, Eli, and Alara. Then, well, more people know now. But I can't be his mate because I'm human. He needs to be mated with someone of his own kind, someone who can become Luna. Tali thinks for a moment. I watch her, waiting for a response, praying for an answer. Nothing changes, she says. It doesn't matter. The Alpha's mate is his Luna. Shifter or not. I follow Vivian to her bedroom upstairs, as her mom continues to talk things through with my own. Vivian's room is neat and tidy. The books on her bookshelf are ordered by color, and under her bed are baskets labeled according to their contents. I sit down on a chair that hangs from the ceiling while she crashes onto her bed, covering her head with a fluffy pillow. I stare up at the chair's connection to the ceiling above and feel as if the thing is going to pop right out and send me tumbling to the ground. This is all my fault, Vivian whines, her voice muffled. How could I be so reckless? So stupid. I shouted in front of everyone. Yeah, I know, I say, getting up from the chair. Did you mean what you said about me? Do you really think of me that way? Vivian comes up for air and tosses her pillow to the side. No, Wrenley, I was just mad. So many girls would kill to be in your position and you're just ready to throw it all away. That's not true. I can't throw it away. From the conversation downstairs, it sounds like you and your mom are ready to book it out of here on the first chance you get. I sit down on her bed and place the pillow on my lap. Part of me wants to run away, yeah. I can't lie, I'm scared, but if I run, I don't know how far I'll make it without him. Vivian mutters, yeah, I know, before you get too sick. No, before that, I'll probably lose my mind from missing him so much. I won't be able to stay away. He's my mate. I need him, I say. Do you think he'll forgive me? I think so, she says. I mean, you're mates, right? How mad can he be? Suddenly his scent comes into the air. I immediately stand and drop the pillow, clinging to the window like a magnet. Vivian climbs off her bed and does the same. He's close, isn't he? She asks. I try to look down the street, but can't see very far. I have to go out there and talk to him. I can't have him running into my mom. God knows what will happen. If you go out the window and onto the lower roof, you can drop down from there. I do it all the time. If you go through the front door, our moms will stop you. I look to her and nod. Vivian slides open her window and pops the protective screen off. She helps me through and onto the roof. I carefully step down the slope, making sure to not put my weight on any loose shingles. I peer back at her when I reach the end. Turn around and get on your hands and knees. Then get your legs off and shimmy on your stomach till you can drop down. It might feel like a long drop, but it's not, she instructs me. I do as she says and successfully get on my knees. Adam's scent grows stronger, so I try to hurry up. I have a hard time sliding down on my stomach. My shirt keeps getting caught on the shingles and the rain gutter is in my way. Once my entire lower body is hanging in the air, I look back at her. She motions behind me, but hands suddenly grab my hips. There's no question of who it is. I hold my breath as he lifts me down. When my feet reach the ground, I turn and face him as my heart vibrates in my chest. Adam, I breathe. He looks down at me, jaw clenched, brow furrowed. He takes a breath as I bite my cheek. Adam, How did you manage everyone finding out? You were there for one day and suddenly I'm being asked by my beta if a rumor he heard is true. We can't be here, I say. We have to go somewhere else. What else have you done, Wrenley? Who's in there? My mother, I say, trying to find courage. She knows. I told her everything. Adam steps back and brings his hands to his head, running them into his hair. I know it's bad. I messed up a lot, but everyone finding out was a mistake. Really, we didn't mean for them to hear us. We were arguing and people overheard, then everyone was looking. I panicked and left to find my mom. That's when I told her everything. So please, we can't talk here. I lead the way down the sidewalk, and thankfully Adam follows. Once far enough, I say, please, Adam, you have to believe me. I didn't do it on purpose. Really, I thought about leaving. I told my mom because I was trying to convince her to leave Waindale. I was too scared of what you would say when you found out. I feel like I ruined everything. You were going to leave? He asks, calm. I thought about it. It seemed like the only option. I couldn't face you. Adam grabs my arm as he stops walking, stopping me with him. I turn and look at him, but he doesn't say anything. He watches me for a moment. Adam, you don't leave, understand? He says. Well, Tali is trying to convince my mother not to right now. She wasn't too fond of what I told her. No, Wrenley, he clarifies. I don't care what you've done. You don't leave. I place my hand on his, causing him to let go of me. I keep his hand in mine, though. We continue walking, and I say, I won't leave. The beach becomes visible on the horizon, and we continue toward it. Thankfully, the rain stopped while Viviane, her mom, me, and my mom were laying all cards on the table. The clouds have begun to break, giving way to the sun. The water ahead sparkles under it. I told them, Adam says. Who? My father and my mother. My eyes trickle to the pavement, watching my feet come up and down. What does that mean? His grip on my hand tightens as if he's keeping me from escaping. It means they want to meet you as soon as possible. I couldn't let them find out from anyone else. I had to do it. When? I ask, not freaking out all to show no fear. Immediately. I've come to get you, to bring you to them. This time I stop walking. My eyes stay glued to him. Wrenley, they can't do anything. My father has already formally stepped down. The ceremony is in days. So what? They can't hold the alpha position above your head? They can't hold it against you if you don't leave me? I am going to be alpha. No one else can take the position, he tells me. When I'm alpha, I can protect us. I can protect you. They won't have any power over me. I shake my head. I don't want to see them. They're going to hate me. They're going to blame everything on me. I need you to be strong for a few days, just until I officially take the position, okay? I can't help but give in. Having to face his parents, while they surely believe I'm nothing but a burden on their family, I can't think of many worse things. I say, okay, I'll come, anyway, because his touch brings a sense of safety. I know nothing bad will happen to me as long as I'm by his side. We make our way back to where Adam says he left his car. I glance down at myself and see the Waindale Academy uniform under my coat. Either his parents will be pleased that I attend the academy or offended that I didn't bother to change. All of my knowledge of meeting the parents comes from romantic comedies and TV dramas. In such shows, it's usually the mother that the girl has to worry about. Mothers don't seem to like it when girls take their sons away from them, especially when they're deemed unworthy. We quickly pass Viviane's house, and a few properties down sits a shiny silver truck. When I open the passenger door, his scent is everywhere, seemingly embedded into the seats. I hike up into the tall thing and yank the door closed. Oddly enough, I've never been in a truck. There's so much room, so much of him, plenty of seat space for curling up and falling asleep. Wrenley? I look at him. What? I asked if you want the heat on, he says. I sheepishly nod and remember how he doesn't get cold so easily. Adam starts the car and presses a button, releasing a gust of heat against my chilled face. I take off my jacket and thaw. As he drives, I rest my head back and watch his hands move the wheel. Will they ask me questions? I ask Adam. I'm not sure, he says. Maybe. They will likely want to know more about you. Will they tell us that we can't go through with this? That we have to stay far away from each other? Adam glances to me. He opens the small heating vents on his side and points them in my direction. Don't worry about what they say. All you have to do is meet them. What if they try to get rid of me, steal me in the middle of the night, ship me off to God knows where, or worse? Okay, that's enough, he says. It's like those movies where the prince of some made-up country brings home a girl, but the girl isn't royal. The queen disapproves and tries to get rid of her so her son can be successful. The queen already has a bride picked out for her son, and this new girl is ruining it. I ramble. I feel like the girl your mother had already picked is just the ideal of your mate that she had in her head. I'm going to come in and stomp all over her dreams. Adam looks over to me again, probably wanting to leave me on the side of the road. Don't worry about my mother's dreams. I'm sure she'll get over it. I'm just saying, if I disappear, promise you won't stop looking. My phone vibrates in my coat pocket. I take it out and see a text from Viviane. They want to know where I am, I tell him. Who? My mom and Tali. Tell them that you're with me and that you're safe, he says. I text Viviane back just as Adam stops the car. I look up and see a large house in front of us. It's old-looking, Victorian almost, with its intricate details and grand wraparound balcony. It's white with white railings and spiraling columns. I haven't been to this side of Waindale yet. I peer down the street, but there are no houses nearby. The forest sits directly behind the elaborate place, and behind that is the mountains. I turn to Adam, but he's already looking at me. This is my family's house. It's where the Alpha lives. My grandfather built it with his father and members of our pack way back when. I mean, it's really beautiful, I say while leaning forward, taking it in. Are you ready to go inside? He asks. I sit back and quickly run over the possibilities of his family ridding their son of me. Where will I end up? Florida? Mexico? Europe? Dead? I'll be right with you the entire time. I take Adam by surprise when I stretch over and wrap my arms around him. I wanted to do this once just in case I don't get the chance again, I explain as my chin rests on his shoulder. I feel his arms come around me as well. I can't help but close my eyes. Hugging him feels really good, just as I suspected. His hand rubs soothing circles on my back as he says, Don't worry, Wrenley. I promise this won't be the last time, okay?